Yo, welcome back to a new video. Spoiler leaks and previews are now out for My Hero Academia's next upcoming chapter 304, and yo, you just know that a chapter is beyond legendary when the leaks for that chapter are literally trending over on Twitter, and the Twitter trending guy has to actually write that manga fans are warning against spoilers ahead of the release of the My Hero Academia chapter 304 on March 7th. The spoilers are trending, so yo, buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. There is quite a lot of things we need to talk about and a few interesting theories. With that being said, though, the next official release of the My Hero chapter 304 is this week, Sunday, March 7th. So as always, don't forget to be sure to check out the official release that supports Koei Horikoshi over in Japan and allows My Hero Academia to continue to running for many years to come. So with that being said, let's just jump straight into chapter 304, spoilers, leaks, and previews. Jumping straight into it, as always, guys, these are the spoiler leaks and previews. Not everything is out of the recording of this video. There's not every single page. There are pages still missing, and the translations are never going to be perfect. Wait until tomorrow, Friday, when the Korean scans come out, and obviously the fan translations will come out. That will give you a better sense of the chapter. But My Hero Academia returns with chapter 304, and the title is apparently Izuku Midoriya and Yagi Toshinari. Interesting. Yagi Toshinari. Anyway, the chapter apparently starts with All Might holding Deku's hand. Yeah, I know all those All Might Deku shippers are about to get wild, but please calm down. And he said that he felt that One For All inside Deku, but only vaguely. So apparently Deku's losing One For All or something. Deku was shown to still lay unconscious, but he was having an inner dialogue wondering, how is everyone doing? He mentions Gran Torino, which, for the record, why the fuck is he still alive? Oh god, why is he still alive? Aizawa, Kachan, Ida, Ryuku, Endeavor, Heido, Todoroki, Miro, Rocklock, Manula. It's kind of sad because I don't think Deku knows that how many people actually just died, because especially the teacher, which I cannot remember her name, but she got yeeted. I'm kind of sad she died. She was kind of my favorite. But anyway, the next panel shows Deku in a room, and it's the Vestige world. Yo! Deku's actually together with all the predecessors, but the second and third are standing facing the wall, and we need a pause here. Whichever one he is, the second I believe he is, or either the third one, this is a full panel, which you can see him now fully. Like obviously he's facing the wall, but you can basically see him fully. And there is no more room for doubt. That looks like Bakugo. And the fact that he's away facing the wall, it's questionable. He even has Bakugo's gauntlets. You cannot say he doesn't look like Bakugo. And the fact that he's facing the wall is very, very suspicious. The first user goes on to say, and he starts explaining that back then they can only interfere vaguely, but since 4 months ago, One For All had grown rapidly, and now the consciousness of each predecessor had become clearer and clearer, and now they can communicate with each other. I do also want to point out, All Might is much more visible, so it's really starting to come close to his death. Remember that All Might's death was foreshadowed, saying it's gonna happen in like a year from now. This was back in like season 3, and obviously now that we've had the 4-month time skip, etc, etc. Anyway, the first user explains that on the last battle, Big Brother One For All tried to pull All For One by force, and it caused them to be able to appear even more in front of Deku. Banjo, apparently the fifth user, said that Deku shouldn't be worrying because they will guarantee to keep Deku's privacy. Banjo realized that Deku still doesn't have a mouth, but since the fight with Shigaraki, Deku could form vowels, meaning his mouth in the Vestige world had started to form. So Deku's starting to get his own body finally. The first to talk is the first user, Shinomori Hikage. He explained that in the last battle, Deku unexpectedly used his powers. Banjo teased Shinomori, saying he's a weirdo. Banjo and Shinomori look quite friendly with each other, apparently. Shinomori explained that his cause of death at 40 years old is old age. Deku was surprised. He continued that the conclusion is one for all is not something a normal human can use. So it looks like Deku is going to die very, very young. At the end of the day, it's one for all's power is going to strain your body, and Deku already looks pretty fucked up as is. Shinomori spent 18 years running from All for One because he knew he couldn't beat him and tried to foster the power instead, but on his last years, he felt the side effect of One for All on his body. At first, he thought that it's because he was training wrongly all this time or because he got some kind of disease, but thanks to All Might's research, now he is sure that it's his death was due having One for All's multiple quirks, and it burnt his life force, making him age faster, thus he died faster. Deku is now the 9th user, I want to say. The fact that all these quirks are now added on is draining Deku's life force. Life force is a really interesting thing. It keeps coming back in almost every manga and anime. But I do want to point out that Shinomori had a quirk when he got One for All. Deku doesn't have a quirk when getting One for All. So maybe Deku's able to survive longer. Because remember, this story, we already know how this story ends. Like, some of you don't realize this, but Chapter 1 spoils the My Hero Academia manga. The entire My Hero Academia manga, for those of you who haven't realized, is a monologue of Deku's story. Deku starts My Hero Academia with, "This is the story how I became the world's greatest hero." So Deku might already be dead, but he's regarded as the world's greatest hero. Anyway, but after Shinomori, All Might actually owned the power for a longer time and is still alive. So there must be something that differentiates Shinomori and All Might. Deku figured that it's fact that All Might was quirkless. So Deku does actually figure this out. Remember, these are the fan translations. So if someone already has a quirk and received All for One, it would cause them to shorten their lifespan. But quirkless people are like empty class, thus it's suitable for One for All. Passing it to people with quirks will only make them die young. This is actually pretty good that Mirio never got it, because if Mirio got it, Mirio would have died young. And they also conclude that Deku cannot pass One for All to another people, thus he will be the last holder. The last page of the chapter showed Nana saying, back to the main topic, Nana asks Deku to kill Shigaraki Tomura. My Hero Academia, chapter 304, end. The last panel is Nana asking Deku to kill Shigaraki. Now, obviously, Deku said he looked like he needed saving. So I'm interested to see what is going to happen. Will Deku say yes? The fact that the chapter is ending on Nana asking Deku to kill Shigaraki means that next week he's most likely going to say no. He's going to save Shigaraki. I don't know how I really want My Hero Academia to end, but it really does look like it's drawing to its final arc. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Those are the spoilers for My Hero Academia chapters 304's next upcoming chapter. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.